Jerry Lee Lewis, rock and roll pioneer who sang Great Balls of Fire, dies at 87. Jerry Lee Lewis, the piano-pounding, foot-stomping singer who electrified early rock and roll with hits like Great Balls of Fire and Whole Lotta Shakin Goin On before marital scandal derailed his career, has died, according to a statement from his representative, Zach Farnum. He was 87. Lewis passed away at his home in Desoto County, Mississippi, south of Memphis, the statement said. Farnum told CNN that Lewis died of natural causes when reached by phone. His seventh wife, Judith, was by his side when he died, and Lewis told her in his final days that he welcomed the hereafter and that he was not afraid, the statement added. Along with Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, and others, Lewis was one of the leading figures of the 1950s rock era and a master showman nicknamed The Killer, whose raw, uninhibited performances drove young fans into spasmodic fits. "I was born to be on stage. I couldn't wait to be on it. I dreamed about it, and I've been on one all my life," Lewis said in Jerry Lee Lewis, His Own Story, a 2014 biography by Rick Bragg. "That's where I'm the happiest." But offstage, the singer's personal life was turbulent. Lewis was near the peak of his popularity in 1958 when the public learned that he had married Myra Gale Brown, his first cousin. She was 13 at the time. Lewis was 22. News of the marriage leaked in London, where Lewis had flown to play some concerts. Lewis told the press that Myra was 15, but the truth soon came out and caused an outcry, as newspapers blared such headlines as "Fans aghast a child bride." Audiences heckled Lewis, and the tour was cancelled after 3 shows. Lewis continued to record and tour over the next decade, but his rockabilly music didn't sell in the Beatles era, and he couldn't regain the popularity of his early years until he made an unlikely comeback as a country singer. Beginnings. Lewis was born in 1935 into a poor farming family in Faraday, Louisiana. One of his cousins, Jimmy Swaggart, would go on to become a popular TV evangelist. Lewis's website says he began playing the piano at age 9, aping the styles of preachers and black musicians who passed through the region. After dropping out of school to focus on playing music, Lewis traveled in 1958 to Sun Studios in Memphis, where he quickly gained work as a session player for such budding stars as Carl Perkins and Johnny Cash. He also recorded with Elvis Presley. A December 1956 recording session with Lewis, Presley, Perkins, and Cash, nicknamed the $1 Million Quartet, became a seminal moment in rock history. By the following year, thanks to top 5 hits like Great Balls of Fire, Lewis was internationally famous, even though his incendiary style and suggestive lyrics led some radio stations to boycott his songs. Then came the marriage scandal, and Lewis's aura was never quite the same. Jerry Lee Lewis' last word before he died: "I want my life to be the greatest story. My very existence will be the greatest poem."